One of my really good friends, along with a firefighter who is his best friend, were called by a man who said, "I don't know what to do, can you help?" They went to his house and found out his wife had been manifesting something that was scaring him to death. She, again, wasn't very big, but she was way more powerful than he was. She would grab him and push him against the wall and he couldn't get away. She would begin to speak in a language that she had never ever learned. And she began at times just to laugh with this maniacal laugh. And as they sat with her and they began to pray, the demon manifested itself. Then that night, she ended up giving her life to Christ. As they were getting ready to leave, another demon manifested itself, and they found out there was not just one, but more than one demon who had possessed her. And so in this moment, because the evil was so real and so powerful, there was no doubt in their mind, this was not just a mental illness, this was a true manifestation. So they decided they wanted to baptize her. She agreed to get baptized, and they went to the church we were both pastors in. They walked in, and for the first time, they noticed how eerie the church felt as they began to turn on every light they could. And they went down and they got her to change. And after she changed, she went into the waters of the baptistry. While she was sitting in the water, she said, "It's coming, it's coming." And all of a sudden they looked up, and through the glass they could see the door opened even though it had been locked. It slammed shut. And then something began to run inside the church. They couldn't quite see what it was, but they knew something was there. And then the two doors that opened to the sanctuary began to open, and there it was. And I'll tell you more about what happened later when you come to the Spiritual Warfare series. But don't miss it, because it's so important that you know not that it's real, but even more that you know how to overcome it. If a story like that scares you, let me tell you, you need to know what God wants you to know so you can win. And you don't need to be afraid, but you can have victory. So starting October 11th, we're going to begin a series on spiritual warfare. We'll do that every Wednesday night until we deal with all the things you need to know so you can win. So don't miss out on this series. October 11th it begins.